So after we read the story many times, we can say that the main idea is mother and father penguins work together to take care of their chicks. So, like, the whole story is telling us about how the father and the mother taking care of their, like, the egg before the chick or before the baby penguin hatched, and they're like really taking care of it, of the egg, and then when the chick hatched, also they are taking care of the baby penguin. They're like keeping them warm and keeping them from falling on the ice. They're also bringing them food, and preening their feathers and cleaning their feathers, and keeping them like warm by snuggles and cuddles and all of that. Okay, so the main idea is that we've read about during the whole story of Penguin Chick is how the mother and the father penguins work together to take care of their chicks. The supporting details, they can be something like father keeps chick warm. So if you remember, when the mother goes to find food in the ocean, the father stays in the coopery, in the rookery. Yeah, the father stays in the rookery and take cares of the egg. And then when the egg or the baby penguin hatch, the father also keeps the chick and keeps the chick warm and takes really good care of the baby penguin before the mother comes back. The supporting detail is the mother travels to catch fish for the chick. So the mother goes to the ocean to feed herself, to eat, because she was very hungry, and also to catch some fish for the baby penguin. So when the mother comes back, it gives all the fish that she was saving for her baby chick. And the last supporting detail is that parents preen the chick. So you can put as many details as you want, as many information, because the story is full with a lot of information. So you can put any information or any detail you want. Very good. Okay, now while on it, let's go here and do a little bit practice. You can go to your readers and writers notebook very quickly. Go to page 110. Okay, so it's the same practice. We're gonna read a very short text, like a really short paragraph, and then we're gonna extract the topic, the main idea, and the details, like 3 details. So let's read together. What if you wanted to cross Antarctica? So have you ever thought of crossing Antarctica or going to Antarctica to study, or maybe you will be a scientist one day and you go to study there, to study how the ice is developing, how animals live there, how plants, if there are any plants, live there. Yeah, maybe, inshallah. So what if you wanted to cross Antarctica? What would you need to take along? So what are the things that you need to take with you to Antarctica? Let's see. You would need warm clothes such as parka. Do you remember the parka in what did we call that story? Oh my god, I forgot it. The Good Day for Fish. Yeah, they were wearing parka when they were going to fish because they lived in a really icy place. So the parka, which is a coat made of fur, and then fur-lined boots. You would also need bulky socks, like really, really, really thick socks, not really thin socks, but really bulky socks, like thick and warm socks, thick pants, and the warmest mittens you could find. What do you mean by mittens? Can you tell me? Yes, very good. Mittens are the gloves that we wear when it is winter, like we wear during winter. Don't forget to bring your own food. So when you're going to Antarctica, don't forget about the food because you will not find any grocery stores or supermarkets there. So bring your own food. You could warm frozen casseroles over the fire. What we mean by casseroles? Very good. They're like pans, like pots and pans that we can use, or we can take with us, like when we're camping or going in, going to the Antarctica, and eat nuts and snack bars during the day. So you can also take with you nuts because they're very, very nutritious, and snack bars during the day. At night, you will need a sleeping bag. You remember when we talked about sleeping bags? Yes, this it's like a blanket. You sleep in it, and then it has a zipper, and you zip it all the way, like around you, over to the neck, so like you are covered completely, and like you are like a sandwich in a bag. So at night, you will need a sleeping bag. Take the warmest one you can find, so you are sure to keep warm all night long. So because nobody wants to sleep and cold, so like when you want to sleep, you want to be warm. Okay, very good. So now that we've read our text, we've understand it, we've discussed it, let's see if we can find the topic, the main idea, the details of the that support the main idea. Okay, so on the count of 3, we will do it all together. Okay, so what? 1, 2, 3. So what is the topic of the text? Like the general idea, not the main idea, not the most important idea, but the general idea. What is it? Very good. Yes, you can say crossing and like cross Antarctica. You can also say going to Antarctica. You can, yeah, you can. All of this is correct. So because here cross Antarctica, we're talking about what if we need to want to go to Antarctica. So if I come here, you can see it, you can see the comment, crossing Antarctica. The topic is crossing Antarctica. You can also say going to Antarctica, going on a trip to Antarctica. This is the topic. And then now we're talking about the main idea. Can you tell me what is the main idea? What is the most important idea we're talking about? So are we talking about how cold Antarctica is? No, very good. Are we talking about where Antarctica is? Is it in the South Pole or the North Pole? No. Are we talking about which animals live in Antarctica? No. So what is the main and the most important idea? Very good. Yes. So it's like what you need to take along. What would you need to take along? So like you see, like the topic and the topic and the main idea are in the first sentences of the text. So if we come here, you need to take the right things with you. So the main idea is that you have to take the right things with you when you're going and when you're crossing Antarctica. The supporting details. Okay, so you can tell me any supporting details from here all the way to the end of the text. Yes. Okay, so let me just tell you some of the supporting ideas that I thought of. So the first one is warm clothes. You have to take with you really warm clothes, such as parka, fur-lined boots, bulky socks, thick pants, and the warmest mittens. And also food. You have to take with you food, like nuts, snacks, and things and food that you can warm on fire. And the third idea is a sleeping bag. Okay, and the third idea is a sleeping bag. You really need to take a sleeping bag with you because you really need to sleep in while you're warm. Very good, you did a really nice job. So now we're going to do something else, like very quickly. Okay, so let's talk about common and proper nouns. Common and proper. What do we mean by common nouns and proper nouns? Common names and proper names. So if we look here, let's read. A common noun names any place, person, place, or thing. So for example, when I say school, school is a place. Okay, when I say mother, that's a common noun. It's like any mother. I'm not saying the name of the mother, I'm just saying a mother. If I say child, okay, if I say country, okay, so here I am just really saying a common nouns. I'm not saying their names, I'm just saying a common nouns that we use. A proper noun, like when I'm talking about a proper noun, I am saying the name of a particular place, the name of a particular person, or the name of a particular thing. For example, if I say Al-Aqsa schools, so I am saying Al-Aqsa school. So I know which school I'm talking about, right? Yes, so I say Al-Aqsa school. If I say a person, like a mother, and her name is Fatima, so I say Fatima, my mom is Fatima. Or a country, and I say Turkey. So Turkey is a name, like a particular name of a country. So here I am not saying like a common. You cannot find Turkey anywhere. You, like when you say Fatima, you know who we're talking about, and when you say Al-Aqsa school, you also know which school you're talking about. Okay, very good. So proper nouns begin with capitals, capital letter. So if you look here, when I say Al-Aqsa school, all of these are capital. Okay, all of these are capital. Let's put them in red. When I say Fatima, it's also capital letter, and when I say Turkey, it's also capital letter. Okay, but when I'm saying a common noun, I am not using, and I am not putting school in capital letter. I am not also capitalizing mother. I am not capitalizing child or country. They're like in lowercase. So the first word and each important word and are capitalized. The names of the days, the months, and holidays are proper nouns. So when I say January, I put January in capital letters. When I say Monday, Monday is also capitalized. Okay, Monday. I always put the days capitalized. I also always write the names of the months capitalized. For example, March. Also holidays. So for example, when I say Ramadan, when I say Christmas. Okay, I always use a capital letter. Always. Don't forget that. Okay, so this is a really quick lesson, and we're gonna do a quick practice on it. Yes, so you go back to your notebook, like readers and writers notebook, page 113. Okay, so as we have seen, this is just for reading, like explaining. So common nouns are names of any place, person, place, or thing. Okay, and proper nouns are names of a particular person, place, or thing. As we have seen, proper nouns always begin with capital letters. The names of days, months, places, holidays are proper nouns, so we always capitalize them. Also, historical periods and special events are also proper nouns. Historical periods and special events. So here we have examples. For common nouns, we have, you can see penguins at some zoos. So common nouns like penguins, I am not talking about a particular penguin, it's just an animal. And I'm talking about zoos, which is just a place, like we say school, or house, or home, or hospital, or park, anything. Okay, so it's just a zoo. We don't capitalize it because we didn't give it a name. We didn't say which zoo I'm talking about. Proper nouns. On Labor Day is a holiday, so it's a proper noun, and it is also capitalized, capital L and capital V. Penguin, like a common noun, penguin. From Africa. Africa is a place. It's a name of a particular place, and we have seen just before now it's a continent. Very good, excellent, good job. It's a continent, and this continent is called Africa. So it's a name of a particular place on earth. It's called Africa. So we must capitalize the letter A. So a penguin from Africa was displayed at the New York State Fair. So the New York State Fair is an event, and this event is called the New York State Fair. It's the same thing as we're doing, like the science fair. So the science fair is an event that we have in our school, and we call it the science fair. So the name of this event is science fair. So we capitalize the N, New York, Y, State, S, and F in fair. Very good. Now let's I want you to pause the video, and then I want you to do from 1 to 10. Let me just give you the instructions. So from 1 to 5, you're gonna see all the underlined words here, like here country, San Diego, Independence Day, animals, and whales. And you come here and you tell me whether it is a common noun or a proper noun. Okay, so you come here and you write C for common noun or P for proper noun. So you can pause the video and you can work on it. From 6 to 8, you're gonna underline the common nouns and you're gonna circle the proper nouns. So I'm gonna you're gonna pause the video and go and do it by yourself, and then we will correct all together. Okay, so again, for the first exercise from 1 to 5, you're gonna look at the underlined words and you're gonna write here whether it's a common noun or a proper noun by writing C for common noun and by writing P for proper noun. And then for the next exercise from 6 to 8 to 10, you're going to underline the common nouns. For example, like you underline, for example, like this. Okay, and if, for example, this is a proper noun, you're gonna circle it. So you circle the proper nouns and you underline the common nouns. Okay, I write it here so you can know. So you underline common nouns and you circle proper nouns. So you can pause the video, you can work on it, and as soon as you finish, you can play the video and we will correct together. So we will correct on 3. So 1, 2, 3. Very good. I think you finished. Okay, so let's correct. There are not many emperor penguins in our country. Do you remember what we mean by emperor penguins? Yes, we talked about it and we've seen pictures. Yes, they are like those penguins that they have like red and orange and yellow colors on their head. So we call them emperor penguins. They're like kinds of because we have many types of penguins, so these are one type of penguins. So here the underlined word is country. So country, is it a common noun or a proper noun? Very good, nice job. It's a common noun. First, because we don't know which country they're talking about. Like they're talking about Turkey, they're talking about America, they're talking about Syria, Palestine, we don't know. So just a common noun. Very good. Let's go to number 2. And also, this one is not capitalized. Number 2. A sea park in San Diego has an emperor penguin. So the word here is San Diego. So first, it's both capitalized. So it must be very good. Yes, it is a proper noun because it's a name of a park. No, it's a name of a city where the park is. Okay, so it's a name of a city and it is capitalized. Number 3, John went to the zoo on Independence Day. So Independence Day. So what do you think? Very good, yes, because first it is capitalized. Yeah, and it's a day where John went to the zoo, so it must be a holiday. Very good, nice, good job. Number 4, he saw penguins and other unusual animals. So when he went to the zoo, he saw penguins and other animals that are unusual. So the word animals, is it common or proper? Very good, common. Because yes, animals, but we don't know which other animals they're talking about, and we don't know their names. Number 5, whales and penguins are popular sea park attractions. So is it whales? Is it a proper noun or a common noun? This one is tricky. If you say proper, why? Because it's capitalized. Okay, very good. Here, the whales, we're just talking about whales. We don't know which whales, like the same as penguins. And it is capitalized because it is at the beginning of the sentence. Yes, it's just a common noun. They're just whales, just some kinds of animals, but it is capitalized because it is at the beginning of the sentence. And we've already said that any sentence starts with a capital, like he, John, a sea, there. So all the sentences start with a capital letter. Okay, here let's go to directions. Let's go to number 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, the next exercise. Let's underline and circle. We underline the common nouns and we circle the proper nouns. So number 6, Alaska became a state on January. Yes, so Alaska, do we underline or circle? Very good, okay. It's a name of a place, so we circle the name Alaska, okay. And yes, very good, okay. January, because it's a name of a month. Very good. But also we have a state. A state, it's like a city, but it's bigger than a city. You remember when we talked about the American map, and we've talked about Colorado and Washington and California. These are states, and inside the state we have cities. Number 7, penguins do not come from United States. Very good, the United States, yes, because it's a country. It's a name of a country. Very good. What about penguins? Do we circle or underline? Nice job. Yes, we just underline because they're just a name of of an animal, and it's a common noun. Number 8, seals and polar bears like the cold weather. Seals and polar bears. Do we underline? Do we circle? Is seals a common or proper? Is polar bear common or proper noun? Very good. Yes. Also, animals. So they're not in particular. And here also we just underline. And also they're not capitalized. And here the seal is capitalized just because it is at the beginning of the sentence. Very good. You're doing great. Number 9, the Millers will visit Juno at Thanksgiving. So we have Millers, we have Juno, and we have Thanksgiving. What do you notice about them all? Yes, very good. They're all capitalized, so that must be, yeah, they're all names. This is a name of a family, this is the name of another family, and Thanksgiving is a name of a holiday. Very good. You're doing great. And the last sentence, the Iditarod Trail Sled Dog Race is held in March. So there is a race, like a competition, where dogs compete by running. So there is a race of dogs in March. So Iditarod Trail Sled Dog Race. What do you notice about all of this? Very good. It's all capitalized. So this is an event where the dogs are racing, are competing. So this is an event, and it's a proper noun. It's a name of an event, so it's a proper noun. What about March? Do we underline? Do we circle? Is it a common noun? Is it a proper noun? Very good, yes. It's a proper noun because it's a name of a month. Good. You did very good. You did great. So this is it for today. Let's call it a day. I hope you learned a lot. If you haven't understand anything or you haven't grasped anything, just take a note, and when we discuss and we will meet again, just tell me your questions and we will discuss them all. Okay, I hope you have a really nice night, and goodbye. See you later.